Godot 4.7 is officially out, and one of these features lets you build a mobile game with zero joystick code. I'll show you exactly how, but stick around till the end because there's one feature buried in the changelog that quietly changes Godot's 3D future forever. Now, first up, and one of my favorite new features, is the virtual joystick. As you can see, we can move around our little Godot guy here, and we can use this little virtual joystick. To make this work, all we need to do is in our virtual joystick that we add, ideally inside of a canvas layer, you just need to make sure that the action left, right, up, down are all set to what you want. Now, inside of our player, it's actually really easy code-wise. All we need to do is have the simple 4-directional movement or 8-directional movement. So we have direction by getting the UI left, right, up, down, just like we normally do, and then we set the velocity. Obviously move and slide. Godot is automatically going to detect these actions and just move the character because of those actions that we just picked up. Now, just a quick note, if you guys are wondering how to actually get this working on your computer, you need to make sure that emulate touch from mouse inside of your project settings is turned on. One of my other favorite features is going to be the DrawableTexture. Now, in order to get this working, it's a little bit more steps, but all we need to do is get a texture rectangle, and inside of the script, the basic idea here is we're going to be creating the DrawableTexture 2D node and setting it as the texture for our texture rectangle. The idea here is to detect events and paint at that position of our mouse. We'll use a built-in function called blit_rectangle using the brush, which in this case, we're going to have a texture 2D, and in our case, it's going to be the Godot icon. So when we go ahead and hit play and draw, you'll see that we can draw pretty easily, actually, and using a custom brush. Now, obviously, you could use anything you'd like, but I thought in this case, it was kind of funny to use the Godot icon. Now, Godot 4.7 lays down the Vulkan ray tracing foundation. To be clear, you can't really flip a switch and get ray traced reflections today. This is the internal plumbing that the engine needs first. But it's the moment that Godot officially starts building towards the modern 3D lighting. And that's a bigger deal than it actually sounds. Now, a couple other quieter features that they added inside of 4.7 is going to be the snapping for our Path 3D. In order to enable it, it's actually really easy. Inside of our options for our Path 3D, you'll see that the snap to collider is active. So that means whenever I add something, a point, it will snap down to that collider. So you can see that these two are colliders. So if I add another point, it will add it on top of this little box. So it's a pretty neat small feature that might go unnoticed by a lot, but it's something cool. Additionally, Godot can now output proper HDR on Windows, so brights get brighter and colors use your full display. Unfortunately, I can't show you guys that because my monitor doesn't have HDR in it. Most monitors actually don't, but it is something that's cool that they added, and I'll show you guys what the official Godot has on their website as a comparison. And that's it. That is 4.7, virtual joystick, DrawableTexture, ray tracing stuff, and HDR. Which one are you guys most excited about? Drop it in the comments down below and hit that subscribe button. If you guys want full tutorials on other stuff inside of Godot, make sure to keep track of my channel and again, hit that subscribe button. And for the video, go comment down below, like and share, and I'll see you guys next time.